Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a painted gonk nail. So I did do this using acrylics a few weeks back, but I thought I would have a go at doing it with some CJP gel paint. So the colour that I am using, I've never even tried these yet, so I'm going to do is that in purple because it's my favourite colour. Then I've got some black to do the actual design of him. So I'm just going to take the pot and I'm just going to work off the lid so that I have got my palette here just in case I do put too much on. I can just wipe it off on here and make sure I've got some small lines. So I've done white gel polish on this nail, so I did 2 coats of that. Then I did a matte top coat and I have wiped that layer off so it is nice and matte, ready to draw on. So I'm now going to draw the outline, hopefully, of Mr. Gonk. So I'm going to start roughly not halfway, just below halfway, just for his art. So I'm going to do these lines pretty thick because I have got to colour these in as well. So I'm going on the assumption that I am going to go over the lines with my colour, and I may have to go back in and redo these black lines later. So I'm just going to go in and do his nose. So I'm just going to try and get that circle. Maybe that could do with being a bit bigger. So if I make a mistake, or if you make a mistake, I am just going to go in and I am just going to take a cotton ear, what do you call them, earbud, and I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to take his nose off because I want happy with that, and then just use the other side just to clean. I mean, you can still see little bits of your black, but like I said, I am gonna be colouring this in, so I'm gonna do his nose just bigger. So now I don't know if I've done that too big. We shall see. So I'm going to do the top half now. So I'm going to have that is going to be white for the edge of his hat. So that is going to be sugared. And then his hat, I'm going to have to do this up. And then a little bit there and a little bit there. So I am just winging this like I always do because I'm not really a mega good drawer yet, but I am planning on doing a lot of practice this year. So by next year I should be able to do some really good designs for Christmas. So I'm just going to do him his moustache, or part of his beard should I say. I think that needs to come down more that way. That one needs to come down to there. And then just a few bits in here just to liven that up a bit. And then obviously this is going to be where is. So for now I think happy with it. I'm gonna cure that for now.
So I'm just going to use this cotton pad here just to clean the black gel off my brush. So it's nice and clean. And I'm just going to pop that there and cover this black up. I don't want this going out, so I'm going to put the lid back on this. Give that a go. Let's put one on.
Right, so I've got the Gonk. So I am going to have to use a bigger brush now to colour this little guy in. So I'm going to open this violet just a little bit. I'm just going to take some of that off. So I'm going to do his hat first. So I'm going to get this as close as I can, and then I will drag it down with the finer brush. Manage that just by turning that brush on its side. So just to make sure it is nice and neat, I am just going to go around with my detailer brush and just get it as close to that black as I can. But I did think I would need to go in again and do the outline. So I have got some little stars just to add a couple onto his art, just so it's a bit more Christmassy. So I'm just going to take a dotting tool. I'm just going to pick up a couple of these stars just to place random in there. You always get it, don't you, where they don't want to pick up. So I'm just going to put 2 or 3 in there. And then I am just going to... Should I put a bit of silver in? I think I am going to... Just a tiny little bit. Just a little bit of silver glitter. Just going to pick a few little bits up. Whoops. That'll be enough. So I'm going to flash cure that, then I can wipe the glitter that I've just spilled off. Right then. So I'm just going to take this and just get rid of that bit of glitter that I got in him. So I'm just going to come in a little bit closer to you. So I'm happy with his hat and that. So I only got a few gel paints, so technically I haven't got a colour for his nose. So I'm hoping I have got a colour that I can use out of just my normal gels. So, ooh, I don't want it to be pink. That look like a, yeah, that one will do. That one will do if I can find it. Just to do his nose. Yeah, I think that's fine, is that colour. So I think I'll do his nose in that one. So I'm just going to take a dotting tool for that, and I'm just going to colour his nose in. There we go. And then I will bob that into the lamp again for a full minute. So his nose should have flash cured by now, so I'm just going to bring that out. Just going to get some black and just go around his hat for starters. I just want it to stand out more. So we'll just go in and sort that out. I just want to make sure this stands out as well. on his beard. I need a little bit of definition when I do the white and the glitter sugaring on this. So I do, just turned itself on. I do think this needs to have a bit of definition, so I need to make sure this is got some black peeking through when I do the sugaring. So for now I think that'll do. So I'm just going to pop that back in, cure that for a minute again. Right guys, so I'm just going to take some white gel polish now and just do in the Gonk's hat. So I'm going to do his bobble, then I'm going to go in and colour inside his, what part of that is that? The rim. So I'm just going to do that part. So at this stage I could go over and make it so that it's not as neat, so it's not as covered. So that's what I'm going to do there. And then on here I am going to just go in, and like I said before, I don't want to cover all this black. So I'm just going to try and go in and cover bits, just so that is
covered proper. So I'm hoping I don't miss any, but if I do it methodically, I should be okay. So I'm going, I just want bits of that black coming through, so I'm assuming as long as I can see it here and it's not fully covered
with the white, then we should be good to go with the acrylic powder over the top of this. Okay, so that is that little bit done. So I am going to start with his beard. So I'm going to do quite a bit on his beard. I'm going to let that sit there for a second just to soak in, and then just tip that up and knock it off before I do anything else. So I'm going to go in now and do his bobble. So again, I'm just going to let that sit for a second and then twist that finger and knock it off. Okay, so before I do, I'm just going to go in. I'm hoping, I'm just going to leave that, I'm just going to put that under and cure that because that is wet gel, so I'm not going to mess about with that. Right then, so I'm just going to take a little bit and put it, a little bit of this and put it onto my palette. And I'm just going to take this brush and I'm just going to go in onto his art and I'm just going to put some glitter. Now I think, do you know what? I'm going to put this on quite thick and then I'm just going to sprinkle it on. Just because I think it'll look nicer. So let's get quite a lot on my brush. I'm just going to go all the way, and I've got a bleeding eye. Nearly. So I'm just going to do that because as you can see there's like a really fine line there. I'm just going to cover that up. Take this and I'm going to sprinkle this over the rim of his hat. While that's soaking in, I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to put a bit more onto his bobbly bit, and then I'm just going to put a bit more onto there. just going to put that back under the lamp a minute. Right, let's pull this out and give him a little bit of a brush off. So I'm looking at that and I'm not happy with the beard part. I think it needs another coat of the acrylic. So I'm quickly just going to go in and redo this because I think it needs to be a bit thicker. You know, so that you can see the powder a bit better. So I'm going to go back in and I'm just going to go straight over the top of the acrylic powder with the gel again. I don't want to cover too much of them lines, so I'm going to try and keep some of them uncovered. Right, so let's just do this one more time. So again, I'm just going to pour that onto his beard and leave that for a second. Just take that finger and cut that off. This. Right, so I just want that bit not to cover all the way. So I'm just going to drag that out. Whatever's gone into that part and whatever's gone into that part, I'm just going to drag that out. So I'm going to bung that back into the lamp and cure that for a minute. Okay, so my Gonk done. So the only thing that I am going to top coat on this now is his hat. So I'm just going to go around that sugar there. I should have really have done this before I started any of the sugaring, but I got a bit carried away, so I have to do it now. So luckily, because it's just basically a straight line, I can do that. So I've just literally gone up to and round like so, and then just come down and just not gone over any of that Gonk whatsoever. I mean, his nose, I could leave it matte. I don't know if to just put a little bit in the centre. I mean, I could do it so that it domes, so that it sticks out up a bit or out a bit, whichever way you want to say. So I'm going to put that under while it's still raised and cure that for a minute. Right guys, so when that's come out and he has been cleaned off and everything, that is the Gonk all done. So I think that looks really cute, and it was pretty easy. I did mess up at the point where I should have done the top coat, but at least you know not to do that. But yeah, that is my painted Gonk with sugared effect on him. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Happy Christmas, and I'll see you next week.